I couldn't find my recording button for a
Panic.
minute.
Absolute panic. It's been 2 weeks. We're rusty.
Sheer panic. I was like, what do I do?
Rusty, rusty, rusty. Like the Tin Man. We need the oil. You
Yeah.
know, just like that. That's the noise. um, Hi, Odd Fam,
I was about to say patrons.
and to our
Oh my
patrons who are
God.
hopefully listening. Welcome back to Oddities. I'm Cassie,
I'm Kelly.
and welcome back to Strangetown. We're out of practice because it's been a couple weeks, but you know the drill. All of our social medias in the description, our website, our Patreon, our merch. Please, for the love of fuck, support us. If you can't do it monetarily, then spread the word about us to your friends and your family. Help us grow on social. Leave a nice, happy review. If you leave a bad one, you're going to be turned into merch and made fun of endlessly. So just
Forever.
know, you heard it here first. No surprises. And
There's no spoilers there.
that's it. I mean, at least we're honest, right? If nothing
Yeah.
else. Okay, like so much to catch up on. How's my bestie? I missed you.
Bestie's good. It's been an interesting 2 weeks.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
has.
Yeah.
Well, we had some heavy news on Friday that came in.
Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't need to get into that.
We don't need to get into that. I think it's probably best we don't until there's a resolution.
Yeah. Other than that, actually, something happened while you were gone, and like I almost did message you while you were in Iceland about this because like the sheer panic that was coming over
Oh my
me
God.
during this. Everything's fine though, but I nearly murdered Kona while you were gone.
What did the baby do?
Okay, so we live on a rather sizable piece of property, right?
Mm-hmm.
And where we live is like smack dab in the middle of like livestock area.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of feral outdoor cats, right? So Michael had left to go get us dinner, and our dogs were outside, and they had chased a cat to the front yard. And for a split second, Michael's like, "Wow, that looks like one of our cats." And he's like, "No, there's no way. Our cats are not outdoor. We don't let them outdoors. There's
Yeah.
just no way." He left, and then he's like, it was bothering him.
Good.
And so he called, and he's like, "Hey, just get eyes on both the cats, because it's bugging me, and this is what happened," and so on and so forth. So I got eyes on Prim, and then I couldn't find Kona. This is not abnormal, because Kona always hides.
Mm-hmm.
She just forever hides. She's a little hobbit, hidey hole cat. Okay.
Right. Same.
The best way to get her out, open up a can of wet food. She will come
I
running.
definitely thought you were gonna say open up a can of whoop ass. Like that's just where my mind went.
She is a cat that is just very food driven. And
same.
she hears that little tin open, and she's like, "I'm here."
Same. So relatable.
So I did that. She did not come running.
Oh no.
So I was like, okay. Mind you, earlier that day was ear cleaning and nail clipping day. So she was mad at me
It was
already.
a traumatic day, yes.
So then I was like, all right, well, the other weird thing, if I call my mom and my mom starts saying her name on the phone, she will come running.
I love that. Okay.
So I called mom and I told her what was happening. So mom was like, okay. So she starts calling for Kona. Nothing.
Oh my word. Okay.
And now I'm like panic is starting to settle in my chest because I'm wondering how the hell did she get out of the house? Because there's just no way. And I'm looking in all the hiding places, cannot find her. It's just freaking me out. And I'm looking outside because she's never gotten out here, so I don't know really where to look.
Right.
Looking under the cars, looking, into like little scary places and stuff like that. Can't find her. The boys, although I'm proud they've accepted, or they've learned radical acceptance, they're too good at it because they went, oh,
Too
she
chill.
got out.
Too chill. Okay.
She died.
Oh, okay. Right.
Way
so
too
maybe
chill.
maybe we're on the far end of things a little bit.
And when they did that, all hell broke loose in me.
Of course.
And
Right.
I had to send them to their room because I had to prevent them from seeing me just fall apart.
You're like, I love you, but get the fuck out of my face right now.
I love you. Go to your room right now.
Get the fuck
I
away
literally
from me.
can't look at you.
Yeah.
Because I've had this cat for 10
Right.
years.
Ages,
I've had her since
yeah.
she was a kitten. I've had, she was my first baby.
Yes.
And, mind you, Michael's still not home at this point, and I'm losing it.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And he gets home, and I am bawling at this point, hyperventilating. I have lost it.
I don't blame you.
I'm really about to message you. I'm like, she's in Iceland, and I am losing it.
You 100%, first of all, you could have. It would have been fine.
It was
I
just like,
shockingly had service almost the entire time I was there.
because
So,
it's Iceland.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I was just in full blown. I am in
Yeah.
shambles right now. And he gets home and he's like, it's okay. We're going to find her. It's okay. I saw the other cat. It's no way it's Kona. It's too small. He was trying to make me feel better about the situation, but it wasn't better because I couldn't find Kona. That bitch.
There we go. There it is.
You know that saying that cats turn into liquid?
Yes.
She reached a new form of liquid and can fit under our dresser now.
She became plasma, in fact. Oh my God.
And just was staring, like Michael found her and was staring at her, staring at him.
And then you guys proceeded to kill her because she scared the shit out of you.
I just stared at her like, oh.
Oh my God. First of all, again, you totally could have called me. I totally would have understood. This happened to us once with the handsome boy, with Hobbs.
Oh.
Our old house, if you'll remember correctly, the door didn't shut very well, the
Okay.
front door, and it was a big source of anxiety for me, and we're not going to get into it. Anyway, our cats aren't outdoor cats either. And one day, Hobbs, he actually did get out, and he took a grand adventure. We don't know where he went. We could not find him. He's an elusive boy, too. So we were like, okay, he's got to be in the house somewhere. We looked everywhere. He was nowhere. I walk out the front door ready to fucking shriek, look to my right, and there he is at the end of our walkway looking at me. I'm like, you little fuck face. And I have never been the same. So anyway, I don't even know. Honestly, this could be a Hobbs imposter that we have now. I don't even know. But
Skinwalker.
He's a skinwalker. But I totally get it because the amount of panic that I felt in that moment. So I totally get it. But I'm glad she didn't
it
get
was
out.
awful.
I'm glad she was under the dresser. I'm glad all's well that ends well. But Jesus. You know what they say about animals, like adding years onto your life? It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
It's fucking bullshit.
Then the best part is Michael had words with the children.
Oh my God. I need you to be less relaxed.
Yeah. What you were saying to your mother was unacceptable.
Oh, to be a fly on the wall for that conversation. Oh my God. I love that. Holy hell.
And the whole time I was thinking, I was like, I can't wait to tell Cassie about all of this.
Oh my God. I know. I can't believe it's taken this long to hear about it.
I wanted to save it for the podcast.
You know what? Yeah, honestly, we didn't get to talk that much this week. This week was fucking insane, at least on my end. And
it
sounds
was
like
so fast.
It was so fast. And I got to tell you, coming in back to work from being off and in Iceland, it fucking sucked. And also, this was just like the week from hell. I had the chiropractor. I volunteered at the library. I had my big annual doctor's appointment, which was a disappointment. And then it was also trick or treat. And I had a big presentation to leadership. So it was just like everything at once this week. So I'm sorry for not being a very present friend this week.
No, you were a very present friend, first off, especially when needed.
Oh, well, thank you. I try.
Let's talk about that. We're not going to talk about it.
We're not going to talk about that, but we'll talk about that. Yeah, right.
First and foremost. But first off, yeah, and you're recovering from a big trip.
Yeah.
You were a present friend.
I was
You
definitely
were fine.
I was definitely jet lagged at least half of this week. But I think I've mostly recovered. I don't know. It's hard to say.
You look great.
Thank
it could be
you.
because you're a cinnamon goddess.
I am a cinnamon goddess, guys. I dyed. Well, I didn't dye my hair. I got my hair done. My
She
balayage.
looks like she belongs in Practical Magic.
She's spicy. She's a little, it's me, but warmer.
Yes.
Here we be. I'm obsessed with it. And
She should be.
um, thank you, bestie. You're always so supportive. I yeah, I'm not going to give a huge mega rundown from Iceland. Saving that for our Patreon patrons because we're going to do a little
So if
recaps.
you want to see it, then
And you
go
want to
over
see
to the
some
Patreon.
photos, yeah, and whatnot. But all I can say is Iceland was amazing. That is me saying that with us having horrendous weather 99% of the time, absolutely abysmal weather, and I still loved it. And yes, I got to see the Northern Lights. Not when we really did the Northern Lights tour. I mean, I captured it on film, but you couldn't see it with your eyes. But we had the Northern Lights keep us company almost our whole flight home.
Which is so cool.
It was so cool. It was like so reassuring. I was like, oh my God, I love this for us. And the picture that I caught on my phone, which I'll share for our patrons, that's not at all retouched, that one. So that it was that bright being up there. And it was so cool because we were like flying into the horizon and the sun was still present in the horizon the way we were flying. And it was just so cool. Anyway, that's what I'm going to say about Iceland. It was amazeballs.
I'm so happy for you. Like, okay, and I'm going to say this again, because I don't know that I actually said it on the page. I said it on the Patreon, but I don't know that I said it on here.
Okay.
You guys don't understand. For as long as I've known Cassie,
Yeah.
which is 8 years now, 9
Yeah.
years, something like that.
8 years, I think, yeah.
She has wanted to go to Iceland.
No, 9 years. And yes, I have.
It's been a consistent want, dream, need in her life.
It's true.
And she's finally gotten to go. This is exciting.
Bucket list item checked off. We would definitely go back, but in the summer.
Yeah.
And I think now that we've gone once, we're brave enough to drive the ring of Iceland instead of just do that shit. I think we can do it.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part about your trip, and I'm going to share it on here. One thing that you told me was how chilled the Icelanders are.
The chillest.
Specifically the horrific plane ride you're on.
I had it, yes.
Everyone's just chill and you're clinging to Corey.
It was truly, I honestly...
Because the mental image I got was horrific.
It felt like a little bit like a near-death experience. So at one point in our trip, we flew to the north of Iceland and stayed for a couple days. And then on our flight back, there was a big windstorm that was rolling in. It was going to be hitting the next day, but the day that we flew, we had 45-mile-an-hour gusts of wind, which doesn't sound like that big of a deal. We were in a very small prop plane, and this turbulence, drops. Like, my stomach was in my throat. Like, truly, I actually... Like, our plane was... Corey said he thought our plane was actually going to flip at one point. Like, we were so tilted.
Nope.
Like, it was fucking horrendous. P.S. Iceland Air. So when they come on, they speak in Icelandic first. So the pilot comes on. He's speaking in Icelandic, admittedly sounding like a little bit rushed. And I'm like, dude, just get to the fucking point and then tell us it in English because I fucking can't right now. He comes on, and in English, he's like, as you can tell, it's a little windy over Iceland today. Meanwhile, I literally say out loud, no fucking shit, cowboy. Literally out loud. And he continues on and he goes, so we're experiencing some turbulence. And he goes, no worries. And then he just goes off.
No worries.
I am clinging to my seat and clinging to Corey because I'm not being dramatic. Like, this was bad. Like, I think I'm not going to fly for a little while. And I look around me, and there's a mix of panic and people not giving a shit at all. And I'm just like, I didn't know what to do except for look at my phone and literally count minute by minute until we were scheduled to land.
I'm telling you right now, next time if that was my case, next time I'd be traveling with a translator because I wouldn't be trusting the before and after.
I know. I was like, I don't know what the fuck he said in that first line of things, but when he ended it with no worries, I was like,
I don't believe you.
I don't know. I was like, based on what I'm feeling and experiencing right now, I don't know. But yeah, but truly though, like, everybody in Iceland is so chill. And like their motto over there is like, and I'm gonna butcher how it's pronounced, like Theta Restud or Theta Restad or something like that. And it basically is like the Icelandic Hakuna Matata, and it's like it'll all
Means
work
no
out.
worries
Like that's literally what it like
for the
translates
rest
to.
of your days.
You got it. And when you look at the country and the extreme climate and the way that Iceland was founded and everything else, you kind of realize why they live that way because like you really don't have any other option.
That's fair, yeah.
Like in a singular day there. And then I promise I'm going to be done. We experienced 50-degree weather, 27-degree weather with a 5-degree wind chill,
Ooh,
50-mile-an-hour gusts, 90-mile-an-hour gusts of wind, snow, ice, rain, and sun. Literally in one single
in
day.
one day.
One day. When you look at that, you can kind of see why their motto is, it'll all work out. I mean, we're talking about a country that has snowstorms, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, geothermal areas, extreme cold in one single country. And you're like, okay, I kind of get it. Like, why you guys have to be this way. You have no other option.
Just be chill. It'll be fine.
Like, you just gotta be chilled. Like, it is what
just
it is.
roll with it.
Yeah. So anyway, kudos to Iceland. You guys rock. Fermented shark is gross, but I respect it. And that's it.
Oh.
Okay, stay strange.
All right, now that we're 6 minutes, 30 seconds in.
16 minutes, 30 seconds.
16 minutes. I swear I saw that. Sorry.
That's all right. Should we party?
I am dying to know your topic.
Do you want to talk about this shit? Should I kick us off?
Yeah, I am dying for you to start us.
Okay. This was a fun one.
2 weeks of just dying to hear about this. I'm not going to lie.
Right. So this is from listener Michael. When listener Michael sent this in, I saw this topic and I was like, what now? So I am covering the cursed Japanese Kleenex commercial. So this is going back to 1985, the 80s. I wish I was alive during the 80s. But anyway, this commercial...
I bet you'd have great hair.
Big fucking hair. The biggest. A commercial goes out in Japan, and it quickly elicits panicked calls from the public. The commercial, it was advertising the popular tissue product, Kleenex, that we all know and love. And the contents of the commercial were found to be disturbing and terrifying. And then soon, rumors of this curse associated with it spread, and it claimed that, those involved and those who watched this advertisement would meet like a terrible fate. So if you want, you can go watch the commercial. In fact, I watched it about a dozen times.
You just maybe said it, so I've got to watch it now.
Maybe that's why my flight was so shitty at the one point in our trip. All right, I'll give you a hot second to watch it. If you literally just like type in like cursed Japanese Kleenex commercial, It's going to come up. Yeah. And it's not that, honestly, it's not that terrifying. Like, there's nothing.
Why is she moving like that?
Mm.
Why is there an Oompa Loompa in it?
Right, so these are the big questions. And it's short. Like, there's not much to it.
Okay, I just want to know why there's an Oompa Loompa in it.
Right, so it's like, it's not even scary. I watched this a million times and I was like, I don't know where the scare factor is. It was more of those things where I watched it and I kind of was just like, that was like weird and kind of unsettling, but I don't know why. It's just uncomfy. Yeah. So basically this ad features a woman dressed in white next to this child that's supposed to be dressed as an oni, which is like, I guess like a Japanese, like, I've kind of covered this. It's like a ghost demon. Some say it's like an ogre, whatever. It's like a demonic ogre. And she pulls out a tissue from a Kleenex box. She lets it float in the air as this child oni looks on. And then in the background, this like a cappella version of the song It's a Fine Day performed by Jane is played. And that's the commercial. And immediately after the airing of this commercial, complaints start flooding television stations, claiming that the commercial was causing people to fall ill and experience night terrors, and some complaints claim that the song playing during the commercial was actually a German curse, and the lyrics translated to die, die, everyone is cursed and will be killed. Okay. Finally, others say that whenever the commercial was played after midnight, the woman in white turns to the screen and her face is distorted, and that like the singer's voice in the background would turn into this like raspy voice of an old woman, and the commercial would like freeze in place for like the duration of its runtime. So naturally, due to the complaints, the commercial was like taken down. They were like, okay, we get it, you don't like this, whatever.
We
And it's
get it.
replaced
We've
with a
spooked you.
we didn't mean to, but here we are. It's replaced with another commercial featuring this baby angel playing with like a Kleenex tissue or whatever. But basically, the damage had been done, and this supposed curse was born. So, um, according to popular opinion at the time, everyone involved in the commercial died or became ill in a strange way. They, being like, you know, the general public spreading this shit, said that the cameraman later burned to death in a freak sauna fire. The actress became impregnated with a demon child. And then she was either admitted to an insane asylum or driven to like hang herself under mysterious circumstances, or so the legend goes. And then on top of it, they say that the baby actor, the one that looks like an Oompa Loompa, later died in a horrible car crash and was decapitated, in fact. And then the music in the ad was supposedly haunted. It was supposedly an old German folk song containing the lyrics, like I said, die, die, everyone is cursed and will be killed. And then to top it all off, they said that anyone who dared watch the commercial, i.e. us, was going to die or go insane. And I can tell you one of those things has happened for us.
I'll report back in a few days and let you know.
Yeah. Anyway, so the commercial's taken down, right? Like I said. It's replaced. It's not seen again. It resurfaces May 23rd, 2006. And it's uploaded on YouTube by a user, Diario, in a video entitled Japanese Baby Ogre Kleenex Commercial. And the description basically reads, this is the infamous Kleenex commercial from like 1985 or 6 that was viewed in Japan and is the subject of a popular urban legend where everyone involved in the commercial later died. It's all false, but the legend is alive and kicking. And so after this, the legend starts taking off in popularity all over again and is featured in blog articles, websites, other YouTube videos. A video from 2013 is entitled Cursed Kleenex Commercial Changing at Midnight, Warning Scary, and it plays this edited version where the ending becomes distorted like the legend. So did it all happen? No. We can all collectively breathe a sigh of relief. There is no curse around this fucking commercial.
Yeah.
I don't even know that, honestly, the legend actually truly existed prior to 2006, or if at 2006 they just started making this shit up and it took off and it was like, and in the 80s they called these television, whatever. So, first, the claims that the legend led to the death of the crew are verifiably not true. The main actress is alive and well, still working on various television shows and movies. The rest of everybody's fine too. The baby was not decapitated in a car accident. Nobody burned to death in a sauna. Second, as far as the commercials go, Kleenex didn't put out, apparently, a new commercial in place of the response to the Ogre Oni commercial. They actually just released 3 30-second ads at the same time, 2 featuring the Oni, 1 featuring an angel. So it was just a set of ads that went out at once. They never actually replaced one. And I honestly, I couldn't even find any genuine proof that the commercial was taken down in response to complaints. Apart from this, there's actually no record of the legend really existing prior to 2006. Like, there weren't true articles around this, forums, newspapers, like whatever. It's all 2006 and on. Though, obviously, this commercial must have existed in some form or another since, somebody's posted this to YouTube, and I sincerely doubt they filmed a whole fucking Kleenex commercial just to put it on YouTube. Yeah. But, there's nothing really saying, like, it's just kind of become this urban legend, and I would argue that it actually started in the early 2000s. I mean, it's popular that the legend had some it's possible that it had some popularity in the 80s, and then just, like, wasn't widely talked about until it reappeared in 2006. But either way, it's now basically been cemented as this popular urban legend. And that freaky German death music, by the way, is actually just a piece of pop music that was in fact sung in English. So
there you go.
That's the cursed Kleenex commercial, fully debunked. Very much not
just
a curse.
Gives unsettling. That's all.
It's just weird to look at. So highly encourage you all to watch. You'll be just fine. Like I said, I watched it at least a dozen times. Kelly's watched it now, and I bet you she'll watch it again.
Yeah, I will. It's just, it gives unsettling.
Yeah, it
That's
gives
basically all that it is. And I don't know. The most unsettling thing, and I shouldn't say it like this, it's just like, why is there no Balloomba in there? That's
yeah, like it's like honestly, if you guys are gonna feature like a baby demon ogre like ghost, maybe do it better.
maybe don't.
Or don't. I like how you went that route, and I'm like, do better, be better.
Do better, and I'm just like, don't.
I love that. So anyway, that's the cursed Japanese Kleenex commercial. Everybody can, sleep tonight. You're gonna be fine. Nobody's gonna die. It's gonna be okay. But it was still a lot of fun to research. I love urban legends, so thank you very much, listener Michael. This was a fun one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun.
Yeah.
And well worth waiting for. Just throwing that out there.
Oh, good. Good. I'm glad.
It did not disappoint. So, yay.
Slay.
So last week, I was talking about some stuff, and I actually brought up P.T. Barnum. And I was like, everyone knows who P.T. Barnum is. And then I realized, one, he's never actually been covered on our show.
He's not.
And then, actually, maybe everyone doesn't know who P.T. Barnum is. And he is, like, kind of the father of oddities.
I mean, you're not wrong.
He needs to be covered.
He does need to be covered.
I'm covering P.T. Barnum today.
A shout out to The Greatest Showman? That movie. Great freaking movie.
And it is a great movie, but they got it a lot wrong, but also got a lot right.
They
sugarcoated it.
Let's face it, this was cinema, but I will say this, those two albino chicks in the movie could fucking dance. Those bitches threw down in a big way.
They threw down hard.
Yeah, they did. Anyway, go ahead.
So, born Phineas Taylor Barnum.
I love the name Phineas, by the way.
Yes. On July 5th, 1810, he was an American showman, business, and politician remembered for celebrating hoaxes and founding the Barnum and Bailey Circus.
We too celebrate hoaxes.
Yes.
So,
he was also an author. Arthur
the Aardvark.
Yep. Publisher,
once more with feeling. Here it comes.
Philanthropist.
Got it.
Although he said himself, I am a showman by profession, and gliding shall make nothing else of me.
Oh, okay.
According to Barnum's critics, his personal aim was to put money in his own coffers. And there's a sucker born every minute.
Well,
has been frequently attributed to him.
Listen, I mean, this has been a theme throughout our show, though. Like, we've covered 1,001 of these people, so...
Yes, we have.
He's not alone.
No. Although there's no evidence existing that he indeed coined the phrase...
Right.
I guess he's like people are saying he's the poster child.
Got it. Picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah. Barnum became a small business owner in his early 20s and founded a weekly newspaper before moving to New York City in 1834. He embarked on the entertainment career first with a variety troupe called Barnum's Grand Scientific Musical Theater. What a mouthful.
Wow, sign my ass up, though. Do you know how quickly I'd fucking watch that shit?
Yeah. Soon after purchasing Scudder's American Museum, he renamed it after himself. He used the museum as a platform to promote hoaxes and human curiosities. Such as the Fiji Mermaid and General Tom Thumb.
Of course.
In 1850, he promoted the American tour of, and this is actually something true that was in the movie. He promoted the Swedish opera singer Jenny Lind.
Oh, never enough. That one.
There you go. Thank you.
There it is. Crushed it.
Playing her unpreceded $1,000 equivalent in that time, $35,000. Or equivalent to $35,000 in 2022 per night for 150 nights.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
She made bank. Okay.
Um, it was speculated that they actually did have an affair.
Listen, I would I wouldn't put it past PT.
But she married her pianist, and history states that they had just a very professional career.
I'm sure history does state that.
I'm sure.
Do we think otherwise?
Yes.
Maybe yes. Also, pianist can't with that word.
Right? That's
Can't.
the word you came up with?
Pianist. Okay. Carry on.
Are we 12?
We are. are, are we surprised?
So despite all of that, though, there's another few things that were equivalent to the movie that was equivalent in his real life.
Oh, okay.
In 1842, Barnum met a 4-year-old by the name of Charles Sherwood Stratton, who stood 25 inches tall and weighed 15 pounds. Sensing another potential windfall, Barnum trained the boy to sing and dance and revealed him to the public as this was General Tom Thumb.
Okay.
The massive popularity of the exhibit led him to be one of his top exhibits.
Oh.
And performers. So,
okay.
Although in the movie he was like a 25-year-old, I
think. He was definitely like a grown-ass man in the movie, but yeah.
His first exhibit, though, or first, what got him to fame, I guess you could say. And I don't know what to make of this. I don't know if he, like, saved this woman.
Okay.
It's hard to say.
Or is, like, history just painting it that way?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
In 1835, he paid $1,000 for an elderly slave by the name of Joyce Health, claiming she was 161 years old and a former nurse for George Washington.
Okay.
Barnum exhibited her throughout the Northeast, ranking in an estimated $1,500 per week, showing her off.
Holy shit. So
she was no longer I don't know if she was no longer a slave, though.
Right. That's kind of where it gets...
And I don't know if she was paid either.
Yeah, and here we have a classic...
Exploiting.
A classic, piece of example in history in which we are taking someone of color and making them out to be...
Exploiting.
Yeah, exploiting and making them out to be an oddity, when in reality, that is horrible. Not an oddity. Should absolutely not be doing that.
In every article I read, he was being painted as the good guy.
Of course he was.
Taken from slavery and made famous. But was she taken from slavery and was she made famous, or was he made famous?
Exactly. I mean, what I would wager
like he was made famous.
What I would wager is he probably... The conditions in which she was living, very likely...
were not good.
I mean, they probably weren't good, but they may have improved from what she was in.
Yeah.
Does it make it right or correct or anywhere how she should have been living? No. But I would wager he's probably not whipping her, and he probably wasn't... I mean, I don't know, but I would wager probably not. But at the same time, here he is having her perform all the freaking time. Do we know if she saw a dime of that money? You know, all that shit. So, I don't know. It's really... The whole thing is...
Yeah.
Be better, PT.
Be better. He essentially made all of his fortune from this.
Oh my god. Yeah. And she brought in more money than per week than Jenny Lind did, right? Because she was 1,000. This woman was 1,500 a week.
Jenny Lind, that was a night.
Oh, a night. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Barnum retired from the museum business and teamed up with the circus owners Dan Costello and William C. Coop, and together they launched Barnum's Grand Traveling Museum and Mirage Caravan. And in 1871, referring to the traveling spectacle as the greatest show on earth. And this actually went well into the 2000s. I think this stopped.
I went to Barnum.
I saw it. Circus. I used to see it when I was a kid.
Yep.
It was the great show on earth. 3-ring Barnum and Bailey's.
You got it.
Circus.
In a tent. A tent
In
and
a tent.
everything. Yep.
I think I saw it down in the Staples Center when I was a kid.
We were in
Actually,
Joyzy. I think there were actual like fairgrounds that we went to for this that
yeah.
they had set up on.
The following year in following years in 1881, they introduced Jumbo, an enormous 11.5 foot, 6.5 ton elephant
Oh my
from
God.
the Zoological Society of London. As with many of Barnum's previous exhibits, Jumbo was a hit with audiences.
I can
So it
believe
just
that.
kept, it grew and grew and grew.
Larger than life indeed, and
Yeah.
also I'm animal cruelty. Okay, and carry
Yeah.
on.
Following Barnum's death in 1891, his Barnum and Bailey show was bought by the rival Ringling Brothers in 1907. And in 1919, the two were incorporated into the Ringling Bros, and Barnum and Bailey combined the shows.
There you go.
Oh, and yeah, it was in 2017. That's when the final performance was delivered.
All the way until 2017. Wow. Okay, because I think I must have seen them in the early 2000s. I think
Yeah,
is when I went. Yeah.
my grandparents used to take me all the time.
Oh,
Used to
okay.
take all the grandkids. It was like a yearly thing.
It was like a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember one year our grandparents got us second row seats, and there was kids in front of us in the first row, and they were acting up, and the parents were pissed, so they gave my sister and I like their special passes to go into the rings.
Love that. Love that
It was
energy.
awesome. It was really fun, and then I learned how terrible circuses were.
Yeah, there's a lot of dark history with circuses, and then just
Yeah.
even in more present times.
So, my whole point with wanting to cover P.T. Barnum was I feel that he's started sideshows
Yeah,
and oddities and the bearded woman and
all that.
showcasing albinoism and
Right.
the tattooed man. And he did, while he did showcase some odd things, he did, losing the word,
Normalize?
magnify.
Okay, magnify.
So, like, he bought a slave and portrayed her as being 161
Yes,
years old
yes,
when
yes.
she was not 160 years
Hyperbolic.
old.
He expanded upon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
He smudged the truth a little bit.
To make some money, and money did he make? Yes.
Yeah. But in a way that also normalized odd things.
Yes. It brought them more to the forefront.
I'm not trying to make him sound like a good person here, though, guys.
I don't think he was a good person, really.
No, he really wasn't. Because he also made money off of these people, and I don't feel that they really ever saw a dime of it. Although in the movie,
They make it seem that way, but yeah.
they do. Because it was Daddy Jackman, and they had to make him look good.
Papa Jacks. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And he
Also, Troy Bolton.
oh yes, Troy Bolton.
Why do I want to say? I keep wanting to say Zach Brown, and that's the country
Zac
singer.
Efron?
Zac Efron. Thank you.
You gotta
Troy
make
Bolton.
the good actors look good. Anyways,
Zendaya. Yeah.
without these figures of history making oddities and odd and acceptable,
And
I don't know.
arguably something cool.
Yeah,
You know.
we wouldn't have podcasts like this today. So
Here
I
we
guess
are.
we can thank them for that.
Thanks, PT. You know, I think too.
That's all
what
I'm
it
going to
is-
thank you for. That's
That's
it.
it. You're probably garbage on everything else. What I will say is that this is a prime example of how there's always been a fascination with that which is, to an individual's perception, offbeat and strange and not of the run of the mill and everything like that. And it's just kind of always been there.
Yeah. Oh, and he really did marry his childhood friend, Charity.
Oh.
And he really did have two daughters. Like, the movie did very
They did
much
pick
have
up on a few
accuracy.
things. Okay, yeah.
Like, truly did. Which I applaud the movie for that. They really did stick to accuracy.
There was a lot of talent in that
very
movie.
much heavily sugar-coated it, which for cinema accuracy, I understand. So,
yeah, they polished him up to look like a diamond.
They had to. You want things to sell, right? Also, it was a musical. You got to polish it up.
Right. Yeah, it was. There was a lot of talent in that movie. That was a good movie.
It was
Maybe I'll watch that later.
Good movie.
Good songs too. Anyway,
that was one of my kiddos' favorite movies. Still, the music from it will put them to sleep.
Heck yeah, it's a great soundtrack.
Yep.
Well done. That was a good topic choice. I never even would have considered to cover a good old PT.
The Oddities.
Father of Oddities.
There you go.
Yeah. Wow, that was a good one. Thank you for that. And you know I love history, right? Like we love us a little history. So, very cool. This was a fun one to come back to. This was like a fun first episode back, after a little bit. I mean, for you guys it wasn't a little bit, but for us it's
And we should say before ending, Happy Halloween.
Yes, Happy Halloween.
Because it'll be after Halloween by the time this comes out, but Happy Halloween, you filthy bastards.
Yeah, I hope everybody had fun. Check out our annual movie that Corey and I make.
I'm so excited.
We've not made it yet because little Dodo is a little bit injured right now, so we're giving her. She's one of our stars, so she's got a little limpy.
What happened to the Dodo?
We don't know. She. Well, here's my theory. We played kind of hard Friday afternoon. She was fine. We laid down on the couch, we were watching a movie, then we were getting ready to go up to bed, and then when she got up, she was limping a little bit. So I think she just maybe pulled a little something or strained a little something. So yesterday, Friday night and all day yesterday, we're carrying her, we're, doing everything you need to do. We were supposed to go to Hershey Park after dark last night. We did not go because we didn't want to leave her alone for several hours, afraid she'd jump up on the couch, jump down, try and go after a cat, whatever. So we're nursing our little donut back to health, but she's one of our dinosaurs, so we gotta wait to film until she's better.
It's not funny, but I am picturing her being carried around on a pillow everywhere right now, and it's just glorious.
You should see the look on her face when Corey's just because Donut's 32 pounds, so she's she's hoisting a child around.
Yeah.
And she's just you should see her face. She's just she's thriving a little bit with this treatment, I think. And she's yes, I am the queen. She might be milking it a little bit. I think a little bit. Yeah. And so her little drummy is injured, but she'll be just fine. She's doing a lot better already today. So.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Anyway, off track at the end there. On that note, everybody. Until next time. Ooh, in sync. Stay strange.